Okay, the move relearner in Pokemon Sun and Moon is absolutely crazy. Yesterday I did my video about AFK Ditto method, and you need an Alolan Grimer with Memento, and that's only attainable through level 48. Well, apparently, all I had to do was just go and use the move relearner, because the move relearner pre-learns moves, so you can learn all of the Pokemon's moves through the move relearner. And I just have an Alolan Meowth right here, so Meowth notoriously gets Payday, but it's at level 30, so you don't get access to this move for a while. I have a level 12 Meowth, and if I scroll down, yep, there's Payday. And then it keeps on going, so if I go and pull up Meowth's moveset, yeah, it's like Payday / Nasty Plot. It goes all the way down to level 55, so I didn't have to do any kind of leveling, and this just blows my mind. This is never anything that I expected out of the move learning system in Pokemon Sun and Moon. And I was thinking, like, wait, do I have to get the Pokemon to that level at least one time? That way it can be remembered across all the species? No, it just learns it for free. And this is where things start getting weird, because why is no one talking about this? Why is no one talking about this? Everyone needs to be talking about this. Like, I haven't seen it blow up on Twitter. I haven't seen it blow up in the comment section. The few people that did say, hey, you can use the move relearner, a lot of the comments are like, no, the move relearner relearns moves. Not in Pokemon Sun and Moon. There is a big change right there. And then I also wanted to go and bring in another Pokemon like Pheromosa, just to test the limits of the move relearner and kind of wonder what's going on with the Pokemon learning system. Because here's the thing. Alright, level 55, that's understandable on the Meowth, because when you think about it, by the time you make it to the Elite Four, or by the time you make it to the Championship, or whatever, your Pokemon are going to be roughly level 50 to level 55, sometimes even level 60, maybe a little lower than that. So if you're using the move relearner for the first time on your big Pokemon team, or whenever you go out there, most of the time the Pokemon's already trained by the time you consider its moveset, but that changes everything. So you're thinking, oh, it already knew these moves, therefore I'm not really looking too far ahead. But then we have Pokemon like Pheromosa. Why would its moveset go all the way down into like the 60s and 70s? That this doesn't make any sense. So I was looking into it, and yeah, I've never leveled up a Pheromosa past level 60, but I'm still getting access to the high jump kick, to the speed swap, and now none of this makes any sense when you really think about it, because the idea about the move pool is that you get stronger and you get access to your most powerful moves as you get higher levels and higher stats. But nothing's going to hit level 73 before the Elite Four. Very few things. And it's not going to be the Pheromosa or an Ultra Beast, because the Ultra Beast is all post-game. And it's not like that this is a money-saving method that, oh, I could either try to get my strongest move ahead of time by going to like level 67, level 73, or I could just buy a heart scale. Like, now you can actually buy heart scales, or now you can fish up heart scales, that if it's worth it to go ahead that far, then yeah, why not? Also, that means if you catch like a very high IV or a perfect IV Ultra Beast, that means it's already competitive ready, that you just slap on the EVs and you don't even need to level it up to level 67. You just use a heart scale and then all levels down to level 50. So my mind is blown right now. Like, why is no one talking about this? If you knew about this, it is your right to go on Twitter, make sure all of your friends know. If you were told by a friend, you need to keep paying it forward and tell everyone to tell everyone. Like, that's what gets me right here, is that I haven't seen anyone talking about it on Twitter, and some of my friends are like, oh, I thought you knew. It's like, if I knew, I would be blowing up about this, because nothing has been done like this in Pokemon before. Nothing is this crazy, but also at the same time, like, why do Pokemon movesets extend past level like 50 now? Because by the time you make it to that part of the game, now all you have to do is go back there and you don't have to ever level up your Pokemon again, which is why it's so confusing. That just the placement of how late game the move relearner is, in conjunction with just how awkward the movesets can be sometimes. It's like, yeah, you would have never figured this out unless you manually went in with like a level 1 Pokemon and tried to relearn something that it gets from like level 0 and already had like egg moves and something. So that's just absolutely crazy. I'm trying to think about the other implications of this. Actually, this works out really well with the daycare center, because the new daycare center, or now called the nursery, it doesn't give you levels, it doesn't relearn like the Pokemon's moves and stuff. So effectively, what you could do is the second you hatch a Pokemon, you can start working on its moveset. That you get the egg moves from the breeding, and then you just come over here, and at level 1, you can give it a level 40 move or whatever you need, pop in some TMs, and done. And then you're just done right there, and then you EV train. That means you could also just put it into the daycare at any time, if you needed to like breed something else. So say you hatch like a male 5 IV Pokemon, it's usable competitively, but you could also put all the other moves and stuff that you want to just go back and put it into your breeding. Now you can start breeding other 5 IV Pokemon from different species or something like that. Like, it's just weird how you don't have to worry anymore and it just happened. Like, it's a pre-learner as well as a relearner. Oh well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.